Good afternoon, and it's Wednesday. It's the 3rd of September, and I've now got the fields for Randwick and Moonee Valley for the weekend. Interesting thing is no rain is predicted for Melbourne, and at Randwick, well, we've got gales blowing at the moment and no real rain predicted, so I'm anticipating that the track will be in much better condition this weekend. Okay, so it's going to be September the 6th, Saturday. And I'm also going to show you, as we go through the form, some of the new features on the GTX program. Now, the interesting thing about the GTX program is we have a special offer that if you buy it for $1,249, it includes 3 months of everything you need to be a good winner over spring. And if you don't like it after you've used it for 10 days, you get a 100% money back offer. Okay, let's go and have a look at the program and some of the races that are coming up. First of all, this is Randwick Race 7. That's the Tramway Stakes. It's a time-honoured feature. And it's interesting to see here that we've got Toydini on top. This is after we've given him credit for some great first-up form. If you have a look back here, there was his first-up form on the 22nd of February. He was beaten by 5 lengths, and they thought something might be wrong with him, but he did rate a 61.1 for me, a 58.9 for track form, which is a rating that's included within the GTX program. Okay, going back to Randwick Race 7, and you can have a look here. So we've got Toydini on top, and we've got Faden. Now, Faden is also first up. One of the things we can look at, each of these runners has a little column here called BT, and that's Show Barrier Trials. Now, what you can see here is that Faden had a barrier trial on the 1st of August, and then followed up with another barrier trial on the 23rd of August. Okay, so the horse is reasonably fit. We can see that by the fact that it's had a couple of barrier trials, even though it didn't win them. But have a look at his form. Won first up at Wyong last year, then won second up leading all the way in January, and then a couple of starts later on the 14th of March was a good winner at Moonee Valley. Very, very good form. Drawn barrier 15, that's a little bit against him here at Randwick, but certainly worth a risk, I think. Okay, now the other interesting feature here is that later in the week, we've got a column here, and later in the week when it's declared, we'll also see the gear changes for any or all of these horses. So I can just go back, for example, and I'll load a race from last Saturday. There you go. Here are the races last Saturday, and you can see here all the gear changes, okay? And you can see that this horse here, Solid Damani, which was at Doomben, had blinkers for the first time. One of the things to look for. It actually won the race, would you believe? And there was no other indication that it could win because it only had 2 starts for a 2nd and a 6th and a real low rating value. Okay, looking back now to next weekend on the Saturday. There's the information for us once again. And just going back to that Randwick race, it was race 7. Toydini actually rates on top. You can see the early marker for it. He's double figures the first 3 horses. Then there's Weary and Tiger Tease, which is obviously in form. I've actually been through all the penalties for all these other horses, and what I've done, I've added back the penalties for certain horses to come up with our final ratings, which is around a $3 to $4 rated favour as far as we're concerned. So it's a reasonably open race, and we've used the form. Okay, going back to Moonee Valley now, and here is the Group 2, and it's the Dado Tan Chin Nam Stakes, and once again I reversed penalties to come up with the horses that are likely to be in the running. Now, the cleaner, we already know that the cleaner won last start, and how he's been doing it lately, if he has a bit of a let-up, as he did there, that dashes a let-up, it's won straight away from there. And if you have a look at his record, 4 starts at Moonee Valley for 2 wins, 2 seconds, 2 starts this course and distance for 2 wins. Normally don't like 7-year-olds, but when they're in form like that, why not? Mourinho's also a 7-year-old, but have a look at that, winner first up. And also, if we follow up from down here, he has won second up once in his career, and he's got 4 wins from 8 starts at Moonee Valley. And of course, I'm not sure if we put it in our last video, but Star Rolling, I think we did. Star Rolling we put there, and it was a great winner last start. Does it go well second up? It's had a first and a second from 2 second up runs. Okay, its only run here was in actual fact the first up run. I mean, it was still only beaten 3.5 lengths, and that was behind Leo Bonsaw in an unsuitable 1200 metre sprint race. Sure to go better tomorrow. Okay, that's it for this week. I wish you luck for the weekend.